Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Mini Moon, Small Moon, Little Moon here, and today I'm going to talk about, you know, why did I pick on Sailor Moon for? Like, why did I bully Serena for Sailor Moon R? Now, a lot of folks always want to know the grounds to why I did that. Well, keep in mind that I grew up in the 3000 year, in what was known as Hearst, Tokyo, but that was just saying that it was the new Earth Kingdom, the new Moon Kingdom, new Heaven, new Earth, or whatever you want to call it. So when I went back to the past, I did not think that my mother, who was young Queen Serenity, was really Serena, and this is the way she behaved when she was younger. So I thought I was more grown up than that. But then again, I also did not know that she was my mother in the past, which was my past, which 3000 year would have been my upcoming, would be her upcoming and mine now. I know that's not much of a forgiveness for the behaviors, and during that time she would get gaslighted. I guess we'll call it guilted, shamed for things that were not her mistake, sometime were mine. And at first, I was going after the folklore silver hearse that somehow I believe she had. And somehow you can think that my father, King Endymion, however you go by saying the name, was, Darien in the past. And how he would tell me sagas about Sailor Moon, and me thinking, well, alright, I'll go back, I'll ask for Sailor Moon to give me the folklore silver hearse, and that would be all that. And then, yes, I did do something right off the front that put me in a bad light when I showed up and pulled a gun out. Now, keep in mind, Deke cleaned that out. They skimmed it out where the gun was in it. And anyone who has watched Viz knows that there was a gun in it. And it would say, bang, and that was it. So it didn't put me in a good light then. And then I spent most of Sailor Moon R either coming up with ways to get the folklore silver hearse from her, or bullying her and shaming her, which I am deeply sorry for. And either when I learned she was my mother in the past, that didn't really stop it. Another thing that I did too was, what? When I put a spell, I guess, or brainwashing, whatever you want to call it, on her kin, made them all believe that I was some near kin who had come over the summer before. But if that was, which was not true, and I'm sorry for that one. So, yeah, and even when I come back in Sailor Moon S, I started up again. And even in Sailor Moon SS, I'm doing it again, but not as much as I did. Now, once again, I am truly sorry for, all of that. For the bullying, and then getting hurt, and then having her be guilted and shamed for things that were really my doing. Like coming in her bed at night and wanting to say, where's the folklore silver hearse at? Or doing things and then making it look like it was her, that she was guilty of it. So I'm sorry all that. And it gets to the grounds to why I either was picking on her and bullying her was under the grounds that, oh, I didn't know that she was my mother in the past, and it guessed that in my now, her upcoming young Queen Serenity doesn't behave or doesn't do the things that she did when she was younger, you know. But then again, I take it back because, that wasn't the forgiveness. Not knowing that she was my mother in the past, not knowing, that was not the forgiveness. I should have known that she was my mother, mostly under the grounds of having the same hair cast and the same hair way, and then talk the same, but I didn't put two together. So I know it's not a forgiveness. Oh, sorry for bullying her and shaming her and picking on her, for not knowing that she was my mother, and he's an afterthought, So, and I always thought that I was more grown up than she was, not knowing that my mother, young Queen Serenity, in the upcoming, was Serena's upcoming my now, which would, sorry for that, clearing out a throat there, I can't help it, it happens. Wasn't much of a forgiveness, for all my things I did to her, because yeah, she did behave like that in the upcoming as well. Or it's her upcoming, my now, if you want to say that, and then I do stop it, because by the time Sailor Moon S comes along, and then even in Sailor Moon S, I'm not doing it anymore. Oh yeah, there are times where, and then wanting to be with my father, not knowing that he was my father, and then learning that he was my father, Darien, who was King Endymion. You would think that I could put those two together. And I always wanted to be around her, and then Serena, Sailor Moon getting angry over that. So yeah, I'm sorry for picking on her and bullying her and working the forgiveness that, oh, I didn't know she was my mother in her early life, her past life, what you want to call it, how she was before she became young Queen Serenity. So let me know, what do you think about that? I mean, truthfully, what is your take on that, and what do you think about all that? I, Sailor Mini Moon, Sailor Small Moon, Little Moon, RINI, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.